Coming up on Makosi Today.
We got honours the first time and we moved on to final.
Music helps us remember a lot of things that have happened in the past with our country. It helps us remember who we are.
Zumba Dance Fitness is a Latin-based program. It keeps people on their toes. You've got your Bollywood, you've got your hip-hop, so it's all mixed. Zumba is here to stay.
African instruments are more than just aesthetic expressions. They permeate everyday African life and have a function, a role to play in society. Songs are used for religious ceremonies and rituals, to teach and give guidance, to tell stories, to mark the stages of life and death, and to provide guidance or express discontent. They also serve to entertain and are used in festivals to work up fervor from the spectators and participants alike. Singing, dancing and playing African musical instruments ensure a dynamic event transpires. Performances may be long and often involve the participation of the audience. Much of it is associated with a particular dance. There are some African musical instruments that cross boundaries and are found in varying shapes in the different countries but still have the same basic form. Some instruments have changed very little in the 800 years since they were first recorded. Today, Makosi visits a private school on the outskirts of Harare that has a vibrant art program.
Welcome to yet another episode of Makosi Today. Today I am in Zimbabwe at the Heritage School, one of the best prestigious schools in Zimbabwe. I'm here to learn how to play the marimba, which is it's so unique to Africa, especially at an era where we have the Kanye West, the Rick Rosses coming to collaborate with us. It's a time for Africa to shine. So stay tuned, don't go away, and watch me learn how to be an African musician. So I'm here with Richie. He's the choreographer of all that you've just seen. So Richie, your achievements, what have you achieved?
Well, I started playing marimbas when I was in Form 1, and since then I've always gotten an honors grade at a local based institution that grades, and an honors grade you can only get it when you start from 90% to 100%. And after that I decided to write Cambridge music, and for my practical I played marimbas and I got a distinction for it. I was also selected into the Zimbabwe Junior Marimba Band, which is going to be playing at the Harare International Festival of Arts.
So, what is marimba? What is the marimba instrument?
The marimba is like an African piano, almost. We play it with these sticks called mallets.
Why marimba?
Well, we realized we weren't taking part in any cultural activities in school, and we just felt really proud of the marimba, and it's a very fun instrument to play.
How long have you been playing as a group?
Well, as a group, we started this term, just a couple of weeks ago, and we've been learning how to play the marimba and learning how to play as a band.
How important do you think African kids, African children should What a workout. I'm hunting for that.
Same here.
What I was dancing, but what was that about? What is Zumba?
Okay, Zumba Dance Fitness is a Latin-based form of program that was incorporated in 2001 by a gentleman called Beto Perez.
He has a very interesting story, doesn't he?
He does.
So Zumba was found by mistake.
It was an era Right. And all good things came from that era. And then Zumba dance fitness was born. So it's a mixture of Latin moves. You've got your salsa, you've got your merengue, you've got your cumbia, you've got your reggaeton. And you also add international flavors as well, depending from which country you come from. So if you're from Zimbabwe, obviously you put in the rumba flavor, you put in the macheso flavor. So you've got your Borodale styles going on as well.
Do we have bata zora?
We actually have a routine that we do bata zora.
We should do that.
Yeah, we can do it.
Zimbabwean.
Exactly, very Zimbabwean, and it can relate to the people around. Exactly.
What was your first Zumba class like?
Exhilarating. It was awesome. I did it once. I was invited by my friend and my business partner now, Tarisai. She invited me once, and that day was the beginning of me being hooked to Zumba. So now I'm kind of like a Zumba-holic.
Okay.
I have to have my Zumba dosage every other day.
So how many calories do you burn in an hour session?
Okay, what we encourage people to do during a workout is engage yourself. Work yourself out to the limit. So if you're really doing the moves, and when we say move your arms, move your legs, let your body coordinate, you can lose 800 to 1,000 calories in 1 hour session. Wow. That's guaranteed. So our secret is calories in, calories out.
Okay.
You see, so that way you're able to maintain your weight, you're able to maintain your healthy living and your lifestyle as well. So everything becomes balanced.
Well, when I watched you guys go initially, it was quite intimidating. Do you think Zumba can be intimidating from some?
For a first timer, yes. Why we say that? Because they'll be thinking that all the moves are too fast for them. But once they get into it and the more classes they attend, it's all about coordination and rhythm. Then we found that with most of our clients, they've gained confidence. They can actually do a routine without looking at the instructor. You just put on the music and then they're into it and the flow just goes. First time, yes, it's natural for someone to be intimidated because it's the first time for everything. Right. But as time goes on, you see them coming back. Why? Because they love the way the rhythm goes and the way they just let themselves go and get into it. So first timers, you're bound to be intimidated, but I can guarantee you Zumba is got nothing for anyone to be afraid of. You can come. Once you come for at least 2-3 sessions, you're good to go.
Now, I know people think Africa is hungry and our children are malnourished, but I've seen fat children in places like Borodale, Vinona and stuff like. And I also saw children here. Do you think you're conscious of child obesity when you're doing this with them?
Yes, we do think of it. And what we're trying to do is incorporate like a healthy lifestyle from the time they're young. We've actually got kids classes that we are starting on the 8th of April. So what we want is for them at a young age to incorporate a healthy and a good way of lifestyle in terms of fitness and exercise.
Because if they start young...
Exactly. Catch them while they're young and then they incorporate it. But you'll find that if you try and instill that in someone who's older, it's difficult because already they have their way of life. It's either they're at work, they're at school, they're doing homework with their kids. So trying to incorporate that health and fitness exercise within their routine is difficult. So if you catch them while they're young, that's the way to go. So that's what we're working on right now as Mixi Active.
Now my worry is Zumba is just a craze. Is it here to stay, or maybe in 2015 there'll be something totally different?
Zumba is here to stay. I see it going beyond 2015. Why? Because we've got a group that is called the Zumba Instructor Network. This is a network that incorporates all Zumba instructors with new routines, new music, and new ways of doing our merengues and our salsas. So it's not mundane, it's not boring, it's exciting because every other time you've got a new dance step. We might learn the basic salsa, we might learn the basic merengue, but next year there'll be something else. So it keeps people on their On their toes. You've got your Bollywood, you've got your hip hop, so it's all mixed. So like now, you can actually take a song that was done in 1980, old school, and bring it into
Zumba.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of Zumba. You can just incorporate it within.
So how do you become an instructor?
For us here in Zimbabwe, you can go for training in South Africa. That's where we did our training. So you do a 1-day course, quite intense, because it starts in the morning from 6 and ends around 6 in the evening as well. So you're taught all the basic moves and you get your certificate and you're accredited there and then. And then after that, they give you a year to become an instructor. And after your year has elapsed, you have to become a Zin member for you to continue taking classes. So for you to take a class, you have to be on the Zumba Instructor Network. And for anyone who takes a class, a Zumba class, you have to know that your instructor is what? is registered through ZIN.
They have to have a
They
certificate
have to have a certificate one, and they have to be a member of ZIN as well.
for health and safety reasons.
For health and safety reasons, because we always get information to say, okay, fine, this is what's happening. If something like this happens during a class, this is how you can attend to the person. So, because we do different moves, and as you noticed, we move from a high to a low intensity. So obviously there are injuries within the class, and someone might say, I'm short for breath. So they give you information to say, okay, fine, this is how you can handle a certain situation. Keep an eye on your students and stuff like that.
I don't see any guys here, besides my producer who was
Yeah,
dancing.
I know, hey.
Is Zumba not for guys over here?
It is for guys. Guys are more than welcome. But like we said, we are in Africa, and it takes a while for people to open up. You can get 1 or 2 men joining in, but they are not there to stay. We have Zumba instructors that are male here in Zim, which is quite encouraging. We've got about 2 instructors who are male, so which is quite encouraging. But for us to get male participants for a Zumba class, unless if you're doing like an event like Party in Pink, we usually have a breast cancer event every other year in October, then that's when you see men coming. But for them to be coming every other day from Monday to Thursday, it's kind of like not really happening at the moment here in Zimbabwe.
You think we'll get there?
We will get there if we get much publicity, if we get it out there to just say Zumba is for everyone. So at the moment, ladies are the ones who are loving it.
Someone subjects themselves to an hour of that a day. Even the little girl was bobbing away. It is fun though. If I were you, I would join a Zumba class right next to you. Until next time, take care of each other. I'm gonna take care of myself right now because I'm really, really tired.
Next on Makosi Today.
I have decided to make a statement to prove a point.
Do you have girlfriends?
Girlfriends? Oh, I got one in every state, you know.